What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Let's get this stream started nice and quick. Well, to be honest, I don't know what to say for a tweet. I didn't think about it today. Let's see what we can come up with. Shall we? Dearest, at Marvel Champions. Okay, just thought of this one. This one's kind of cool. I hope the day you go live, you don't forget to tag me. Do I need to capitalize that? I am now live. Okay. You know, instead of me always tagging them. Is there a better way I could say that? I feel like I haven't exactly nailed it. What I was going for here. Dysentery Joe sending over a buck, saying hello. Also, potion farming with Omega Red is so much faster. He's pretty good at it. He's pretty darn good at it, that's for sure. Okay. I'll leave it lowercase. Okay, that's good. Hope the day you get live, you don't forget to tag me. Tweet. Some people will get that, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not that hard to figure out, right? Since I always tag them. Alright, anyway, Dysentery Joe. Thank you for the buck. You know what's coming to you. Don't try to run. Get back, Dysentery Joe, get back here. You know what's coming. You brought this upon yourself. Slap. But thank you for the buck. Sorry I had to get so aggressive with you. Hey Brian, you're looking quite porous today. Oh, really, Pete? Because I found some money. I don't feel so porous. Well, I gotta cut cutoffs on the screen. There we go. Alright. I need to do an energy dump. A little dumple Stillskin. You know what I mean? Who's the first one? Big Joe, followed by Zolo Harris, Lakers bodyguard Chinmay. We've got Dysentery Joe, of course. Pixie Bell, Penman Pete. He likes aggressive. He does seem to like aggressive, Pixie Bell. You're right. Wow, that was really dumb. Shut up. What champion do you play with the most? Ooh, well, I do enjoy a good man thing every once in a while. Let's not bring back the man thing. As far as the champions I play the most, it's Omega Red and Hyperion, probably. Those are, I think, my two most frequently used champions. Alright. Let's go do some questing. A little questy. A little quest to you. Hey Brian, you should come back to Fort Loki. Free gold and battleship donos plus half loyalty for the rest of the season? Really? Wow. Well, that's quite generous. I know, man. I miss you guys, Pete. There's nothing I can do about it, though, man. If I come back, you guys aren't going to be completing Alliance Quest. So, yeah. But hey, don't ever forget, I helped to contribute towards that stockpile of gold and battle chips and loyalty and all that. But that's interesting. I guess B Manny or whoever decided you guys got a bunch extra. Also, Celeste got engaged. What? Dude, congrats to Celeste. That's awesome. Ryan, day 2, I'm in AQ. Unbelievable. I don't know what to make of this. Alright, anyway. We're going to do a slow dumping today. 1 energy per tile. I used to love the 1 energy per tile quest. For like the first, I don't know, 6 months that I played this game. Like, oh dude, I can make my energy last forever. And now I'm like, oh man, I don't mind if the quest costs 3 energy. I'll dump it all real quick, then I'll feel good because it's not capped out or anything. And yeah, go on about my business in the arena. Okay, gonna watch Chef Ramsay before bed. Leave you on in the background. Alright, Dysentery Joe. Enjoy your Chef Ramsay. Have a good night. BG, BG, BG. Can't you see your bald head and glasses hypnotize me? I love your hoarding and free to play, and this is why they broke, and you're so paid. Wow, is that how the lyrics go? What the fudge is up, Rye Guy? What up, J Divine? Was there any potions? I don't feel like looking again. Let's go right. When is the 20% gold going to be added? The 20% gold? The gold boost you're talking about? You just missed that, man. That was a little bit before the holidays. That was for the what's it called? For the anniversary of the game. It's pronounced Cheleze. It's pronounced Celez. Don't listen to what Celez says. If he says it's pronounced a different way, do not listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. BG opened my 4th 6-star crystal and duped my yellow jacket. Didn't think it would happen this soon. Oh, Jacob, that's rough, man. Sorry to hear that, dude. Better luck on your next crystal, man. That was a bit of a bummer. BG, so I'm currently sitting at Crossbones for Cav, but I have no counter besides an unduped rank 3 Morningstar. What is your advice? My advice is come back when you have a counter, basically. I don't know. I mean, if you really want to push through, well, doesn't one of the Crossbones not have the healing node attached to it? Let me double check after I get out of this quest, but that certainly makes it a bit easier to get through that fight. I don't know if you took that path or what. Also, you can choose to boost up, and it'll turn a rank 3 into something much greater than a rank 3. It's certainly possible to get through with that champ, but yeah. Anyway, let me go take a look after this quest. Hashtag Beard Gang, sup PG, thanks for the audio help during the stream. No problem, Cap. And thanks for the raid, dude. Which would be my second rank 4 5-star Sig 20 Doc Voodoo, Unawakened Magic, Sabertooth, or Wasp. For your second one, probably that Sig 20 Doc Voodoo. Yeah, I would for sure go with that Doc Voodoo myself, and I'm not even a big Doc Voodoo fan. But your second ever rank 4 5-star, it's probably a good idea to rank someone up that has a bit of regen to them. You know, to help save you some resources before you start going in other directions. That's my suggestion without knowing the full situation, knowing exactly where you're at in the game, champions you like, stuff like that, what your next goals are. But I'd go Voodoo. Any tips for 5-star for beginners? Patience, Danielson. This game, it's a slow moving game. It's a slow paced game. You need to get your 4 stars in order and stuff like that before you start getting 5-star shards. It all like 4-star shards and 5-star shards. They all come from the same place. You know, it's like if we look at the event quests. If we look at normal, well, there's no 4 or 5-star shards here. Wow. Whoops. Let's go look at Heroic. Okay, Heroic, you start to see some 4-star shards. A little bit of 5-star shards, right? They're starting to come in. You go up in difficulty. Master. Hey, there's some more 5-star shards. You go up in difficulty again. Hey, there's more 5-star shards. It's the same way with pretty much every area of the game. Arena, Alliance Wars, you move up in tiers there. Everything. Everything. Fun fact, BG is lucky he married me. It saved his butt today. This is true. Yeah, this is true. Hey there, hi there, ho there. What's up, Star? Alright, said I was going to look at the story quest, though, right? Did you save him by killing a spider? Not today. Marriage license literally saved his bum. A little bit, yeah. Good morning, BG. I'm sure you do not care about endgame player debate, though you get my vote as #1 endgame player in the world. Enzo, #1? That can't be, because you're #1. So the best I could possibly be is #2. But thank you, man. Alright, let me see. Story quests for Cavalier, right? So 6. I think it's a 5th quest. Let's pop into here. We need to ditch the 4 stars from the team. They are not welcome here. BG, you see Kabam Mike's tweet and showing prestige in the next update on profiles and alliances. I wonder how it's going to work in regards to can everyone see it or just us? I think everyone's going to be able to see it. I did see Mike's tweet. We can actually go and take a look. I mean, I saw somebody post it on Reddit actually. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Oh. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Before I pull that up, I said I was going to look at this. I've been delaying long enough. Let's take care of this. Okay, so Crossbones. He's got some linked nodes. Or wait, no, never mind. Seems as though I was mistaken. He always has the heal active. Whoops, my mistake. I guess it was the other linked nodes that I was thinking of, where you don't. I mean, this path will be the easiest because you could disable Bane. If you take out that left path, it's probably something you already did. I thought that was a heal instead of Bane, so yeah, I was wrong on that part. Sorry, man. But yeah, either come back when you have a better champion, or boost up. That's pretty much your best options, I think. Might be better just to come back when you're ready for it, you know. Make that your next rank up goal as a champion to take out that Crossbones. All right, let me get out of here. Let's go and bring up Kabam Mike's tweet. I don't count as any game player because I haven't 100% explored Act 1. What? Alright, hold on. Oh my goodness. Taking a long time to find. It should be easier. Alright, well here's a picture of it that Kranos sent over actually. So here we go. This will do. Let me see. Okay. And I'm cutting off the bottom of it, so let me fix this too. Gosh darn it. Okay. All right. This is the full tweet. Okay. So from Kabam Mike, my top 3 favorite release notes for 25.3 version 25.3. Prestige will now be displayed on Summoner profile. I don't think that's just if you're looking at your own profile. I think that's everybody. If you look up your own profile or someone else's, I think it's just going to be displayed there like any other piece of information. I don't know for sure, but that's what I assume. Alliance Prestige will now be displayed on the Alliance info page. I imagine that this is also a for everybody to view type of thing. And then the final note here, your champion collection will now default to sorting by hero rating, which this is the best part right here, man. This is by far the best part. Your champion collection will now default to sort. Thank goodness. What took so long? Like every single time, if we go back in game, go to the champions, and yep, just sort that by hero rating real quick. Okay, there we go. Actually, I like doing it by rank a lot of times. I mean, it's either hero rating or rank. They're pretty similar. The only thing about rank is if we look at the bottom of my 4-star list, you could see that Wolverine has a lower PI than everyone else in this row, and even Warlock in the next row. So yeah, I like having him up there with the other 550s. It makes him feel good. Makes him feel like he's a real 550. You know what I mean? So there's that. Hashtag don't dap it up. Is this a dap raid? Dap, thank you for the raid, man. We need to help all button. Oh man, I would be I. I'd be happy and sad at the same time if they finally added a help all button when it wouldn't affect me right now. So, yeah. Oh man. But okay, anyway, let's go back and talk about this a little bit more. So the alliance stuff. Here's the thing. For the longest time, Alliance Prestige has been hidden, as you guys know. Of course, if you've been playing this game for a reasonable amount of time, you're aware of Prestige. Some people care about it, some people do not. Some people want it to be hidden, some people do not. It doesn't... for like the top alliances, for the longest time, the top alliances, of course, wanted the info to be hidden, which might be confusing to some people. It's basically I wanted it to be hidden so that, let's say, hold on, let me go back in game actually. If we go over to the alliance page, I can actually show this since I'm not in an alliance right now. Oh, actually, it's not going to show. No. But anyway, if you looked at the leaderboards, let's say you were high up on the leaderboards. And actually, we could do it this way. If we look at the rewards themselves, that's not the page. Here we go. If we look at the rank rewards, anytime there's like a change in brackets, like if you're the #1 alliance, you don't want to let the alliances that are within reach of rank 1 to know how far away they are. If they're not far away, then they're going to push that much harder. Because, oh, damn, guys, we're only 5 prestige away. We can do that. But if you don't know that, you might be 500 prestige away. And then it's like, well, they got us. They spend more. We're not going to be able to catch them type of thing, right? And it's the same for all, like, as you get closer to the edges of the brackets. People just didn't want those numbers revealed. It actually did come back to... But for Loki, for the longest time, we fought the system, man. It was okay. I showed our prestige all the time on purpose. I still showed it accidentally on occasion, but it didn't matter. It was like, yeah, whatever. We don't care whatever other people think. But then we started getting higher up in the ranks, and it actually made us drop a reward bracket once. And from there on, we were hidden all the way. But that information, it's recently come to light that that information can be looked at in the game files anyway. So even for the top alliances, you can look in the game files, and I mean, I've never done it. I don't know where to look at it, but other people have showed it before. I think Muted Matt even put it on his website when that information first went public. I'm sure it was known about well before it went public, but that's how it goes. You know, it was something that was believed to be hidden, but eventually somebody made it public, and yeah. Apparently there was other people that also, you know, I don't know who the person was that made it public, the first one, but apparently a bunch of people knew how to find that info, and yeah. So the information was never truly hidden. So with this change, it doesn't really affect the top alliances. I do think it has an effect on newer players. I'm going to make a video about it because I think it's actually important. For newer players, prestige is not something that they should be caring about. I think that's one benefit to having prestige hidden is it keeps from a new player perspective. Maybe that's something that they would see and be like, oh, I need to raise my prestige or something. But no, you know what I mean? Like having champions ranked up that can get you through content should be #1 concern. Prestige, way down the line. You know, like you should have probably a few rank 5 stars before you actually care about prestige. Is the way I would look at it. So. Of course, maybe it can have a small influence on some of your rank up decisions, but really, I think it's more important because here's the thing. And I saw those a couple super chats. I'll get those in just a second. Thank you very much, guys. But just to finish my thoughts on it here, if instead of ranking for prestige, you can say rank champions to get through the variants and stuff like that, then you just get more rank ups, and then you could use those rank ups to rank up champions for prestige or kind of dual purpose. Let's say like variant 2 rank up thing who also has good prestige. There'll be cases like that, but most important thing is to do that. Or let's say rank up champions that can get you through Alliance Quest. That way you don't have to dump all of your glory into the AQ potions. Did they reverse these order? Did they change this order again? Oh, goodness, man. This store changes so much. But anyway, this way you don't have to dump your glory into this stuff. And again, you can get more rank of materials and stuff like that. And all of that will lead to faster progression than if you targeted prestige before you're ready. So yeah, I think that might be confusing to new players. That's the only downside I see to it, really. Otherwise, I think it's fine. I think it's a good change. Before I knew that you can find that info in the... before I knew you could data mine that info, I would have said it's not a good change. But yeah. Anyway, B. Daniels sent it over to I'm not dead / sick. And we'll be talking about B. Daniels. I'm happy, man. I'm so happy that you're not dead and not sick. That's awesome, man. You won the coin flip, man. By the sounds of it yesterday, I was like, 50-50 odds. Either B. Daniels will be fine, or you might not get out of bed for a few days. That's good, though, man. That's good. Initially, I ranked who I needed for content. Now I'm ranking for prestige. They just happen to be good characters, not champs like Phoenix and Thorax. Yeah. I mean, that's a good middle ground. It's a good middle ground to have for sure. If you want to be at the top of the list, then you got to rank up. Doesn't matter who they are. You got to rank up the turdiest of the turds in order to get that prestige. But Daniels, thank you very much for the 2. Happy to hear you're not dead. Stony Mastery sending over $2. Wow, Stony Mastery, first time meeting you. Good to meet you. Saying Beaver, happy Mother Trucker birthday to you. I'm so happy to celebrate with you. In your name, I'm eating a Copeland famous cheesecake. Wow, so famous I never even heard of it. Yeah, to your B-Day. Well, Stony Mastery, it's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you enjoy that Copeland famous cheesecake of yours. It sounds delicious. Thank you for the birthday wishes, even though it's not my birthday. And thank you for the 2. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Brian, you remember when you awakened Wolverine? Also remember when you didn't have a Mystic Awakening gem, but you actually did? Pete, I don't want to talk about either of these situations. I'm going to go play the arena now. Actually, no, I'm going to... Yeah, let's go play arena. I was going to do a little bit more energy dumping, but I'll wait on it. Almost thought to quit this game. I was so mad. I have 8 5-star champs, and all of them are junk. Every time I think, okay, it can't get any worse, I get one worse than the last. But I'm going to keep going forward. It's a good attitude to have, man. It's easy to get down on the champions that you pull, because Well, to be honest, there's a lot of meh champions in this game. Can take a little while to get one that you really like. But I will say this too. In recent times, in like the last couple of years, Kabam started making a lot better characters. So the odds of pulling someone good are higher these days than they may have been in the past. So stick to it, man. Stick to it. Why'd you rejoin for Loki? I didn't. Not yet, at least. Still in the same alliance. What? Who doesn't want a Max Sig rank 5 Fraggle Rocker Phoenix? Yeah, man, totally. What's up, Abdo? What's up, Bobbin? Everything's BG left for Loki, and he technically did. But the other 29 accounts are also his. Yeah, man. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should set up 30 devices, make it look like a phone store. You know, set up all the devices around around my little studio here, and then just go nuts. See how far I can take an alliance solo. Would you guys be interested in that? Oh my god, I can't even imagine. Like auto fighting, just walking around the room, auto fighting on all of them, and then actually having to play more seriously for like Alliance Quest, Alliance War, and see how far I can get. Playing arena with 2 hands and both my feet. All that. Man. That'd be intense. That'd be intense. It's one thing to maybe not that I've done it, but it's one thing to maybe like play for people in your alliance for war, like the pilots do. But can you imagine having to do arena grinds on all 30 accounts? Whew. BG, would you still like beans if they didn't make you fart? Absolutely not. No, it's part of the charm of the bean. I think characters like Surfer Doom and maybe even Claire are higher than Phoenix. Could be more, I could be wrong on Claire. No, there have been some new ones that came out that are higher than those for sure. Oh, please don't kill me. Oh, great. Got her down to 1%. Son of a... PG, I'm trying to harass you moneyless. Hashtag harassment. Hashtag timeless. Alex there from... Thank you for the harassment, I guess. I don't know. Damn it, man. I said no harassment. PG would play 30 accounts at the same time with one finger. Arena every day. I would just have to rig it in such a way that... Like... You ever seen those dancers where they have like poles attached to them and they're in the middle so that it looks like 5 people like all dancing in a line? I would have to do that with my fingers and the game, you know? We had that idea with Army of Abdo and then I lost consciousness from the stress. Yeah, I bet. And would charge you for piling 29 accounts. Not if they're all my accounts. You're only not allowed to play on other people's accounts. If I started each account, then it'd be all good. BG, the Valiant 4 stream on playback is still 2 hours. Really? What? My laptop, but when I checked it on phone, I could watch the whole 7 hours. Weird, YouTube. That is weird, man. I don't even know. Very weird. Very, very weird. Ryan, if you ever leave for Nana, let me know. I'll join with a lot and hold it for you in case, since I don't use my Danib account. Wait, what? If you ever leave for Nana, I mean, oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll let you know. Care that much? No, I don't really care that much. I'd probably just let it dissolve or something. I don't know. Or maybe I put Bruce Banana in here. I don't know. I'm not that attached to names other than my own pretty much. So yeah. Uh-oh. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Jeez. Load up. What is happening, dog? Oh, man. Frickin' Heimdall almost getting me killed there. I think most of the amusement comes from you reading these silly questions. Maybe, yeah. I wish I did have 30 devices that I could do it, even just as a joke. Like, there's no way I could keep that up for longer than, you know, a few days or something. But, yeah, I mean, I can't even do it. I mean, who has 30 phones, you know? I mean, I guess I could check the return policy of, maybe I can go to Walmart or something. I think they have a good return policy and get 30. They wouldn't have to be the fastest phones, right? So I wouldn't have to get, like, the newest iPhone or anything. I could just get 30 relatively cheap Android devices. No, even the relatively cheap ones would be expensive as hell, right? Because you can get a pretty good phone these days for like $300, right? So $300 times 30 is still $9,000. Okay, yeah, never mind. Even if oh man, even if I return them, I get the money back. That's still down a lot of money. BG, you got some nice white teeth. Thanks, man. I think that's partially due to the just the darkness of the room and the light and everything, though. They ain't that white. They ain't that bad either, but I've never whitened them. So it's probably just the stream giving off a little bit of an appearance. Apu Das said, "Oh, 40 of them rupees. Thank you very much, dude." Saying, oh wait, I already read your last one, I think. Right? BG, the Variant 4 stream playback is still 2 hours on my laptop. When I checked it on my phone, I could watch the whole 7 hours. Weird YouTube. Was there a different one? I don't think there was a different one, right? But dude, thank you very much for the 40 rupees. It is very weird that that's how YouTube is, but it's how YouTube is, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very strange. Very, very strange. But dude, thank you very much for the 40 rupees. Appreciate it. BG, you ready for the new season of Cobra Kai? Gabe, yes. Very ready for it. I'm excited for this season. The way they ended it last season, I feel like I have a good idea of what's coming in season 3. But, of course, none of that stuff is out yet, and that's one show that I'm going to have to watch right away, because I really don't want something like that spoiled, you know? So yeah, I'm excited. It's still a few months out though, right? Hold on, let me look it up. Cobra Kai Season 3. April 2020. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So we're still a few months out. It'll go fast. That time will go fast, but BG, that's how you can learn to code. Design a program that mimics the input on one device and all the others. Yeah, well, Robin, that's kind of cheating, you know? I mean, maybe using a mechanical device to do the same thing would also be cheating, but I feel like somehow it's less cheating. If it's I don't even know. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. I guess it's the same thing. Either way, it wouldn't be a bot doing it. It would be my inputs, so it wouldn't be a bot. I don't know how that would work. Don't hurt yourself, PG. Just play on one phone. That's probably good advice. But one phone is too easy. It's not enough. I need 30. I know a guy who knows a guy who drives for Samsung. 30 phones is not a problem. All right. Well, thank you. Let's get this going. Still enjoying your Aegon solo video. Mine? Aegon solo video. Aegon solo video. I don't have an Aegon. Or maybe, did you mean speedrun maybe? Where Cameron helped me out and he recorded a speedrun, and then I commentated on it a bit. That was a fun one to make. Little collab with Cam. You could do it all from the same phone, just log in and out for 30-minute periods on each account. Yeah, but that's not as fun, Abdo. I need all of them going at the same time, you know? Like, I need it all. Cheating is an absolute. There's no more or less, just cheating. I disagree with that. I mean, if I open your crystals, technically that's against the terms of service, isn't it? But if I play Alliance War for you, that's a lot more against the terms of service, the way I see it. I do agree though that it's not really like a debate about like if it's cheating or not, which is how I feel about data mined info actually. Shouldn't opponents take 200% more damage from dot debuffs with dash vulnerability? Dash vulnerability is weird. To be honest, I don't know exactly how it works because it seems like you get the 200% extra damage at all times. Not just when during dashes. So I don't know. I don't know about the dot damage and stuff. BJ used to be an LG rep and have multiples of each type of an LG phone. Ooh. Used to run crazy amounts of alts on all kinds of games. It was kind of gross. Ah, dude, that'd be so much fun. I didn't even think about other games. When Realm of Champions comes out, I need to get 3 devices. Or, well, I have 2 already, so I just need to get a 3rd one. And then, yeah, dude. Oh, man. That's I mean, I don't know what type of game. No one knows what type of game it's going to be yet. Other than Kabam, I guess. But it's probably going to be pretty intense. If it's a real-time PvP, we know that much at least. Can you imagine trying to do some real-time PvP? 3v3? Probably wouldn't go well. Actually, I remember when I was new to Warcraft 3. It was my first time really playing a competitive real-time strategy game. I played it right when the game came out, which trying to play like the competitive mode right when that game comes out. It's probably playing against probably playing against like a higher level of skill than the average player downloading the game, who might have just started out playing some custom games and stuff. And I sucked. I sucked real bad. I was 0 for 20. My first 20 games, I didn't win. My first win actually came from it was a 2v2 match, which this is before like voice comms were like the norm. You know, there was no Discord or anything like that. I wasn't aware of some of the other programs yet, like Ventrilo and TeamSpeak and stuff. So I was talking with my buddy just over speakerphone. We were playing 2v2, and one guy in the other team disconnected. So it was us two playing against this one guy, and we almost lost. It was very close to us losing, but that was our first win, and we were psyched. We were pumped. BG, what up, my guy? What's up, Ace the Pug? How you doing? Realm of Legends, Aegon, solo with synergy. Aha, okay, yeah. Got it. Yeah, that's the one that Cam helped me out with. No, opening crystals isn't doing content for anyone, so not cheating. Thanks for that, Beardo, by the way. No problem, man. Technically isn't piloting of any kind described as cheating by Kabam, so that'd technically be cheating too, Aaron Abdo. See, I think so too, but I mean, it's such a... I mean, what's I wasn't gonna argue with him. I was gonna argue with him. I mean, Kabam does it too. Like anyone at Comic-Con, you'll of course Kabam. If you ask them to open crystals for you, they'll do it. There was even a couple times where, like, we opened crystals on their account type of thing at like the not at actual Comic-Con, but the community meetup type stuff, you know. After they've had a few drinks. But yeah, I mean, obviously they don't care about that, right? What does it matter whose finger is actually on the phone dragging the crystal? But hey man, technically you're only supposed to be playing on your own account, right? Warcraft 3 was absolutely amazing back in the day. I remember watching replays over and over trying to get better before the days of YouTube, of course. Yeah, man, that was before YouTube existed. There weren't really I mean, YouTube wasn't the first source of video online, but it was man, YouTube really made things a lot easier, you know. But yeah, I remember going to... There was a few different sites I went to. I think once I found... I think it was WCReplays.net or something like that. I think that was the one that I stuck with for the most part. There was audio commentaries, which you had to download separate files for. You had to download a replay and then download a separate audio file. And then you'd get to 15 seconds into the game, or whatever time they said in the audio part, and then they would count down, 3, 2, 1, play, and then you would unpause the replay. That's the system that we were working with back then, man. It kind of sucked, but I didn't know anything else, so I was like, okay, cool, man. This is awesome. This was like that was. When I was really into Warcraft 3, that was my favorite thing to do. The absolute favorite thing to do is just load up an audio commentary, is what it was called back then. It was great. Loved it. Because, yeah, I mean, it was really hard to learn games like that, and you learned a lot by listening to those audios. BG, when you first started MCOC, how did you hear about the game? Also, how was your first alliance? I learned about it from some people that I worked with, and I was just in an alliance with them, very casual, for the first 6 or 7 months or something like that. There was 4 of us in total that played. We sucked at the game, and you know, we occasionally did like map 1 of Alliance Quest. That's how I first got into it. I overheard them talking about, like, wow, funny enough, I'm fighting Hulk. Hulk used to be the mini boss in map 1, and I overheard them talking about it, like, oh man, how are we gonna take down this Hulk? And little radar went off, like, wait a minute, you guys are trying to take down an opponent together? Because they had talked about the game before and showed me the game, and it's a one-on-one fighting game, and I'm like, okay, I'm not into it. And then, yeah, once I found out about that, I was like, well, that's kind of cool, I guess. And I still didn't want to download it, but I'd been downloading a bunch of mobile games, writing down notes, things I liked about them, things I didn't like. If the AI, I mean, I'm sorry, if the UI was clunky or what I liked about that, you know, things like that. Writing down tons of notes about all these games I downloaded, and I didn't think I would download this one because I wanted to make my own game, and I didn't think I would download this one because there's nothing like any game that I wanted to make. I thought the UI was pretty clunky. Look how many different menus there are. I mean, I guess you kind of have to have it like that. I don't know how I would improve it. There's just a lot to this game. But, of course, I was making a more simple game, which wouldn't have as many menus, right, as many need for it. And, but eventually, I got frustrated trying to make my own game and downloaded this one just to play it, just to see what it was all about. Hated it day one. Almost uninstalled it. And then day 2, I was like, well, let me just play it one more time before I uninstall it. And, well, here I am. I never uninstalled it. But yeah. Left my alliance, and suddenly people asking me to give my account for AQ and AW. Don't do it. EG, do you know if I would keep my bush if I had my membership? Might have to next month. Yeah, you do keep it. It doesn't, you keep that forever. It doesn't, I mean, well, the bush goes away, but if you ever renewed the membership, you would have the bush again, is what I mean. So yeah. Have 2 6-star and 4 rank 4 5-star. I'm gonna be able to form my second tier 5 basic the next month. I want to get your opinion on if I should rank up more 5-star to rank 4 or get my first rank 5. Get your first rank 5. With Corvus hype, Stark, is it Stark Spidey, the choices? Yeah, I mean, as far as which rank 5, it's a tough decision. You really got to go with the champion that you like the most. You're going to be playing that champion far more than any other champion until you get other champions at rank 5 also. If you run Suicide Masteries, it's hard to argue anyone but Corvus. If you don't run Suicides, it's a very personal choice. I personally prefer Hyperion, but you know, again, don't just go with my choice. Go with the champion that you really like. An easy way to kind of figure it out is think about the champions that you use right now, and whatever champion you use the most at rank 4, that's the champion you should take up to rank 5. Tomorrow equals Google Fiber Day. Ooh, star, nice. SBG, have one more run through in Uncollected. First time going through 100%. Nice, dude. Congrats. Also just popped 5-star Warlock. Nice. BG, what do you think about Kabam Mike mentioning the possibility of giving out compensation packages for the so-called rebalance of Namor? Does that mean it'd be bad? I didn't see the exact post. Did he specifically say about for Namor? I know there's going to be... I mean, I figured there'd be some sort of compensation for any type of nerf. Whether it's rank down ticket or what. Sig down stones, I guess, since there's now Sig up stones. I don't know exactly what the compensation is going to be like, but I don't know. It can't be that much longer until we hear about it. It's almost the end of the month now. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. BG, you should try to kill the first boss in the Abyss itemless. It's not a bad idea. First boss I could probably handle. The rest of it, probably not. You gonna do Abyss today? I will not be doing Abyss anytime soon, no. If you haven't hated this game at least once, you don't really love it. That's true. I think everybody goes through ups and downs in this game. Sometimes you hate it, sometimes you love it. For the most part, I love it though. I feel like I wouldn't be playing if, for the most part, I didn't love it. Any thoughts on Mojo and Longshot next month? Don't really have too many thoughts. We were looking at, we were looking at some of the the comic book art for the character yesterday on stream. Very briefly, at least. Long shot with his 4 fingers. I don't really have much. I don't know much about the Marvel universe in general, so I don't really have too much to say about a character until they're added, you know. Shall not speak of Namor. Mine is staying at rank 5. I have a feeling mine's going to stay at rank 5 too. I imagine the character is still going to be... Whatever they do to the character, I have a feeling it's not going to affect him too much. And it's just going to I don't know. There might have been some interaction that was really screwing with certain nodes that they were trying to create in the future or something like that. I don't really know, but I imagine he'll still be good. He's not an OP character. I mean, in some situations he's very strong. And there are not many characters that can do what he does in terms of his SIG ability. But still, it's not like people are using Namor for every single fight, you know? Does Warlock need to be awakened? He does not need to be awakened. Rumor I heard that they are changing the amount of damage reflex because the Fury increases it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything myself. And exactly what Star said. Rumors are rumors till proven true, basically, yeah. Can we have a look in Abyss if we haven't done Labyrinth? Good question. Let me go to the forums. I can't remember what the requirements were. Speaking of, I thought it was pretty weird that they got rid of the requirements of Road to the Labyrinth to let people into Labyrinth of Legends. Well, that's a thing now, apparently. I thought that was kind of silly. I mean, maybe they really just want more people to experience Labyrinth, and Road to Labyrinth is pretty tough. And maybe the rewards aren't worth the difficulty based on today's standards or something. And maybe they didn't want to nerf the content, and it's interesting. I don't know if Kabam commented more on why they made that change or not, but thought it was interesting. Not really a big fan of that change, to be honest. I like having things like Road to Labyrinth. I'm actually pretty disappointed that there's not a Road to the Abyss. Alright, let me see. Lose yourself to the Abyss. What are the requirements? Actually, I should put this on screen probably, huh? Where does it say the requirements? Oh, here we go. Firstly, to enter the Abyss, you must have earned the Cavalier designation. Okay. You know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think that's it. Right? Okay. Okay, so you just got to be Cavalier. Okay, got it. I'm sure somebody said that in the chat as I was looking, but yeah. Yep, now I see Star said it. Whoops. I thought I'd find it quickly. We get a Lunar New Year calendar? Probably. I've had them in the past, at least. Either they are decreasing potency of SIG ability or taking ability to stack Fury. Either way, still fun. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We shall see. Ooh, big sexy Brian me like Arctic Chaos. What's up, man? How you doing? Someone who's playing on a new account now, not a fan of Road to Labyrinth being unnecessary now. Yeah, it's to me it's weird. To me it's weird. I mean, I guess after this fight we'll go ahead and take a look at Road to Labyrinth because it's pretty damn difficult content, honestly. And reward-wise, I know it doesn't match up, so maybe it doesn't feel worth it to go through. But I don't know, man. I think it's really cool having things like that. I wish there was something else they could do about it. Maybe there's making the best, like doing the best they can given the situation of trying to get more people into Labyrinth. Even if you're not ready to do Labyrinth, maybe they just want people inside of Labyrinth so they have a proper area to test their 5-star champions or something. But, I mean, if you're that far in the game, Like, Road to the Labyrinth's pretty hard, but it's doable, you know? Alright, let's go take a look, though. Wrong area. Special quests. Alright, Road to the Labyrinth. Not amazing. It's a 4-star. Yeah, 4-star awakening. Let's see what these other... Okay. 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 Yeah, so rewards aren't amazing. The tier 4 basics are pretty nice, though. I would love to get some more tier 4 basics. Curious. Let's go into the final quest here. Oh, that was done with 4 stars. It's not that bad. Yeah, it is tough though. Something I want to see their attack. I want to see the attack of the champions in Road to the Labyrinth. Let's see what this guy has. Oh, for some reason I thought it was higher. Yeah, this is manageable. And how many? I don't know if we could see how many fights are in this place. No, we can't. Yeah, that bums me out, man. I wish there was something else they could do. And again, I mean, again, I don't know the exact reasoning. I'm just assuming that's their reasoning. But I like having content like this, man. I really wish there was a Road to the Abyss type challenge. It makes you, I don't know, it makes you feel like you've earned. It's like a rite of passage, you know. It makes you feel like you earned the ability to even see this content. That's how crazy it is. Normal players don't even have the ability to step foot inside this place until you've proved yourself to be worthy. To me, that's super cool. And with all the before the nerf, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Thor, etc. It was before those nerfs, yeah, but there's also been a lot of stronger champions that came out over time, too. So, excuse me. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna get out of here. It is seriously difficult content, though. Very, very difficult content for the rewards. Like, if you look at Realm of Legends, I've heard a lot of people say, Realm of Legends, the rewards suck for, you know, they just like don't hold up. In my opinion, they absolutely hold up. Realm of Legends, man, you still get 3 tier 4 basics for doing what? 11 fights? 3 tier 4 basics, 3 champions that you can't get anywhere else except for Labyrinth of Legends. These rewards are sick. That's okay. Actually, that's what Road to the Labyrinth needs. Road to Labyrinth needs an exclusive champion. At least one exclusive champion, if not more than one. That way the content is always relevant. I think that's actually missed opportunity. You know, it's the same reason why Act 4 is still relevant. Act 4, you got to go through it, even if you're maybe starting up a second account or something like that. You're experienced. You don't need to bother with Act 4. You just move right on to Act 5. No, man, you better be doing Act 4 if you want these mastery points. Act 4 has better rewards than Act 5, as far as I'm concerned. Those mastery points are more valuable than any catalyst or awakening gem you can get. You can get that stuff elsewhere. Those mastery points, no. That's it. So yeah, I would love if they had... it doesn't have to be something powerful. It doesn't have to be something powerful, right? Just a trophy champion to say, hey, man, you did it. You got through Road to the Labyrinth. Because it's seriously, man, it's pretty tough. And then that would push players to go through it some more. They could have... They don't necessarily have to have it for each chapter, but they could. Or they could just leave it for the 100% rewards. I think either way is fine. Probably more just the 100% rewards, right? They should add 4-star Labyrinth Ultron as prize for exploring Road to the Labyrinth. I like the sound of that. That's cool. BG, there's an offer in Marvel Insider to get 3 Tier 1 Alphas along with feature 3-star champ, if you didn't know. Ooh, that's not too bad. I don't need Tier 1 Alphas quite like I used to, but it's a good shout. I would have picked that up. Yeah, Omega would have been a godsend back then. Isn't there also like that 1% damage per hit or whatever annoying node? Safeguard? Yeah. Blade back then would have been amazing. Probably not better than Scarlet Witch for that content, but I mean, maybe. I mean, he gets around Safeguard. Has the regen, has regen on command. You have a key, though? How many keys do you have compared to champs? That is true. I forgot about the key, yeah. Oh, man. I don't have too many. There it is, man. Key to the labyrinth. It's pretty legit. Oh, come on. You could always use some free Tier 1 Alpha. It's not free, man. It costs Marvel Insider points. Which I'm guessing that is either 100k or 125k offer. That's a lot. For just the 3 Tier 1 Alphas. I mean, if you got the, you know, like I said, it's if I still needed Tier 1 Alphas as much as I did in the past, I probably would have picked it up. But I don't think I'm going to do the Tier 1 Alpha Arena even, to give you an idea. So I seem to be fine with my current Tier 1 Alpha stash. You think they do an exclusive champ? It could be the Wolverine that was leaked in game for a short time but never playable. For the Abyss, I think there's a good chance that it'll be what's his name? It's not X-Force, right? X-Force is the one with like the black costume. Weapon X. I think there's a good chance it could be Weapon X. I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying Diaper Wolverine. It's too easy to say, and I mean, come on. I gotta stop disrespecting the man. It's frickin' Wolverine, you know? Oh man. Key to my pants. BG, you see that they're intending to issue compensation for name or nerf. Must be something substantial. We were just talking about that a little bit. I mean, we can't be that far away from the announcement, so we'll just have to wait and see on it. They missed a good opportunity not doing Road to the Abyss. I agree. What you get for completing content you do anyways, so basically free. I got it. No need to grind for the 3-star Squirrel Girl. Yeah, like I said, it's a good offer, but I don't need it. So Miguel sending over one of them pens, sending over a Bic. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. See where your last one's at, Miguel. Last one is Thanks Star, crossing fingers these days. Ooh, what is this? Dad, finally finished Legends run, 30956. Hope I get it. Doing it with an iPhone 11, Corvus for the Go, and Sim for Nova. I don't want to open the game ever again. Oh, Miguel, good luck, dude. 309 is a pretty good time. We'll have to see. Apparently the time has been dropping lower and lower. I don't want to make you nervous. But I hope you get it, man. Good luck. I hope in, what, about 3 weeks from now, you will be the legendary Miguel. But thanks, dude, for the buck. Let's keep this grind going. You're disrespecting him because you ain't getting him. Well, that's true. Also won't be getting him anytime soon, at least. BG, what would you think if Kabam slowly over time added 10 more levels at a time to max of 100 and gave resources, no mastery points, such as Tier 4 cats and the like? I like this suggestion better that I heard from Dragon and others, where your experience bar, the level cap is 60, but your experience bar, it still resets and fills, and when it fills, you get a small reward. That way, experience is not useless. It never will be useless, but 60, I don't really want to see it go higher than 60, you know? And then maybe each time you just get, you know, maybe an energy refill, a couple 6 stones type of thing. Nothing serious. And yeah, actually, if there was a way to keep track of that in the stats too, so it'd be separate from levels, but at the same time, kind of levels. I get nervous anytime people talk about adding actual levels in this game. I mean, what you described wouldn't be... I mean, it would be fine too. But one of the last games I played before Marvel Contest of Champions was Diablo 3. And they incorporated an infinite level system, which I think had a huge negative impact on the game. A gigantic negative impact on the game. So yeah, I get nervous about even if it's not unlimited, even just adding additional levels. But if they don't give any kind of like power, like you said, because it wouldn't give mastery points, it'd be all right. But if it doesn't give mastery points, I think it makes more sense than to keep it at 60 and then just give out bonuses. I don't want to make you nervous, but let me say the one thing that will definitely make you nervous. Oh man, that's true. I didn't really instill the most confidence from Miguel there. The OG balance post mentioned compensation, not exactly new news. I didn't think it was, but everybody keeps talking about it, so. Guy Gardner, I don't know if you're in here right now, but thank you for your continued support. It says 7 months in a row on my little tracker thing here. Thank you very much. If you're not in here, maybe you listen on the playback. Thank you very much. Shout out to all the members for the continued support. Appreciate it, guys. I also understand if you ever need to stop being a member, it's totally fine. But yeah, while you are a member, thank you very much. All my XP boosts are being used to make points for item use. Yeah. While the XP is in story quest, people would go insane watching a level 60 do bar crawl along, or 60 bar, level 60 bar crawl along doing the event quest. Probably, but I mean they could change that too. I mean, it is kind of nice not having to worry about like, oh, I'm getting close to a level, let me not pop an energy refill to try to capitalize on it. But still, I miss experience. It feels like part of the game dies when experience is no longer means anything. I don't know. Shark sent it over 2. Shark, thank you very much. Let me see. No last one. Just send it over 2 because you feel like it. Well, Shark, thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. BGA finished 6.2.4 and 6.2.5 today. Nice, man. Those some tough quests. Basically once you get to 6.2.4, you're in the toughest part of Act 5. Like, the difficulty doesn't really go up from there. It's it hits a certain difficulty where like you're in it now, man. You know? So if you can get through those quests, then you can get through all of it. I got faith in you. Anyone want to guess what tomorrow's offer will be for the release of The Abyss? Oh man, I haven't even thought about it, but yeah, there probably will be some type of special offer, like a large type of special offer. When 6.1 came out that we saw the first tier 5 class catalyst offer? I think that's when it was, right? It was a small offer. I mean, you know, the amount of tier 5 class catalysts you can get was small. That's what I mean. It was also bugged though. So actually initially it wasn't very small. But then yeah. And kind of expensive too, if I remember. It was like 6,000 units or something like that. I don't have a name, or do I still get compensation? I have no clue. Probably not. Well, I mean, it depends on what type of compensation. If it's like rank down tickets and stuff, it's probably going to be a name or a specific rank down ticket. Or, you know, whatever characters are getting nerfed. I don't want to just say Namor. If there's like Cole specific rank down, you know. Bastards, I bought that one. Should have got a refund. Everybody got a refund. The refund was automatic. Oh, or do you mean like money-wise? Because they refunded the units for everybody, if I remember correctly at least. I think they refunded the units for everybody, and then they gave the option to buy it at the correct amount of tier 5 class catalysts, I think. Can I be Big D? Oh, damn. Shark, I'm so sorry, man. How did I not realize? Shark, I am so sorry. You should not even have had to ask. But it is done. Thank you very much, dude. It's been a dream of mine. This is your first time being the Big D? Not exactly. But yeah, my bad, dude. I didn't open battle chips for those units. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. It is kind of messed up where, I mean, like, mistakes happen. Nothing they could really do. I mean, but, you know, it still does suck. I mean, maybe there is something they could do. Maybe I'm letting them get off too easy on that one, because I'm sure a lot of people spent money to get units for that offer, because it was a lot of tier 5 class catalysts. So yeah. I've been good in 2020 though. Credit card hasn't seen an MCOC charge. Dang, dude, almost a full month in. Doing good. Even when I heard about the Namor balance coming, I still take him up to 565, finishing variant 4, pulling 45 mutant and a mutant awakening gem, plus getting him. It was fate. Yeah, I think it'll be fine, man. I think it'll be totally fine too. I'm really not worried about a Namor nerf. Whatever they change, I don't think it's gonna be big, but we'll see. We'll see. Did the offer state 3% but give 25%? I don't remember what the offer stated. I don't remember if it said the amount. I really don't remember. I've never been the Big D. Sure. GG, there's several crystals that still don't have any real drop rates, despite it being somewhat required, and also just the ethical thing to do. Which crystals are you talking about? There probably are some, but I don't know them off the top of my head. I know there's some crystals that I don't think they have drop rates, but it doesn't necessarily make sense for them to have drop rates. You might be talking about different ones where it does make sense for them to have it. But, I don't remember any off the top of my head, at least. Go away, MODOK. Worst part about fighting MODOK in the arena? I feel like I actually have to watch the screen. BG, I've missed your streams. I was in Afghanistan for 4 months, and YouTube was very basic over there. Dang, dude. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, dude. Man, no YouTube, I'd go nuts. Doesn't matter what the name or changes are. It's disgusting that Kabam keeps making these changes to champs way after release and after people have spent money to get them. It's tough because most games, every game that I respect at least, has balance changes. It's just that this game happens to have very expensive crystals to even have a chance at getting the character. So it sucks. Like I don't know. I really like for a long time Kabam wasn't doing any sort of balance changes, right? They were doing other things, like after Blade came out, they released a buttload of bleed immune champions and stuff. And then it seemed like they were going to do the same thing for like Corvus and Ghost, where they suddenly had characters that guaranteed crits don't work against them, type of thing. Or crits heal, like Mr. Sinister and stuff. And I thought they were just going to keep doing that over and over. Which was kind of interesting. I'm not saying it was good for the game, but it was kind of interesting. And now I guess they're changing up. I guess they can't keep doing that forever. Like I'm curious to see how it plays out. Is I guess what I'm trying to get at. Like, there are times where I think I know what I'm talking about in games and what would be best and stuff like that, and well, it's probably not always true, right? There's a lot of times where I have no idea what would actually be best for the game. But with something like this, I really don't know what's best for the game. I personally want balance changes, but healthy for the game overall, I don't know. And it is messed up. I definitely see the side of like, dude, I spent $100, $500, $1,000, however much money to get this character. Only to have it changed. But it's, I mean, and it's not just a spending money thing too, because there are people that spend 3 days in the arena. I mean, I spent 3 days in the arena. That was a huge grind. Spent a lot of units that took many days prior to that grind to get all of those units. So it's definitely not just a spending money thing versus not. But I don't know. I err more on the side of like balance is good for the game. Not like absolute perfect balance, but certain balance changes needing to be necessary. Things that maybe couldn't be predicted at the time of developing the character. Because let's think about the flip side. The flip side is they have to be much more cautious with the characters they create. Meaning, characters are boring. Maybe they wouldn't be totally boring, right? But they have to be a lot more careful. They can't have as many different abilities in the game. Phasing, they can't do something like phasing. Reducing damage down to 0. That's OP. Namor's Awaken ability, period. Like, it's like, I mean, you know. Again, I don't think Namor is OP where he needs a nerf, but just his Awaken ability alone, looking at that, thinking about how that can interact with different nodes going forward, to me that was always kind of a red flag, you know? I talked about it long before there was any sort of talk of nerf for the character. So yeah, you got to make characters less interesting. The development time is probably longer as well as you try to figure out, you know, what is balanced and what is not balanced. So maybe you can't have a character every 2 months, or I'm sorry, 2 characters every month, which some people say they would like, but man, I wouldn't. And I think in theory people might like that, but in practice might find the game less interesting. There's probably other things I'm not thinking of immediately off the top of my head too, but or of course the other side of it, where if you do create things that are more interesting, like we have now, sometimes they are going to be OP, and you just let them be the only characters that are relevant, and every other character is irrelevant. 99% of your crystal pulls suck because of it. Like, the quickest way to buff all the characters in the game is to actually nerf just a couple of the standout ones, you know? Because it's all relative power, you know. But I really don't know what's the best in this game. I'm viewing this as something that I can learn from. whatever happens. If people if it sparks more interest in different characters, if people lose interest entirely, if people quit the game, it's kind of nice that it's not on me. I just sit back and watch whatever happens. BG, with the next patch, you can see individual prestige and alliance prestige. Isn't it awesome? I think it's a good change, yeah. If you asked me 6 months ago or however long ago before I knew that info could be data mined, I would have said it's a bad change, but now I think it's a good change. Because there was definitely some people that didn't want that. Like at the top, I talked about it a little bit at the start of the stream, but at the top end of the spectrum, there's the super competitive top, you know, 20, 30, 50 alliances, whatever. Like, people really guard that prestige number. Even beyond that, but for those, you know, like, just the higher you get, the more guarded that number is. And then for newer players, and not even just newer players, I shouldn't just say newer players, for players that aren't, like, let's say Cavalier or something like that, prestige shouldn't even be a concern. So it's gonna be a little. I have a feeling there's gonna be players that are more interested in prestige just because it's something that's displayed, where that might throw them off a bit. But overall, I think it's still a good change. Any advice on handling money? Oh, Mighty. Okay, Mighty Charge. Mighty Charge is tough. I mostly just block and bait out heavy attacks to get my openings. You could try to parry the second hit. Omega Red's actually pretty good against it because once you get 10 spores on the opponent, you could parry their first hit even. But yeah, I don't know. I normally just play characters that don't have debuffs, and you know, higher block proficiency is recommended since you're gonna be taking more blocked hits. Or characters that phase like Ghost. I know you want to develop games. Would you do Nerf? It would depend on you mean a nerf for this game or just a nerf in general for any game? I think it really depends on I mean, yeah, actually, no. No matter what game I do, I would consider nerfing things, yeah. The type of game I want to make the most, it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't have nearly as big of an impact on this game, you know. The type of game I want to make is, first off, it wouldn't make any money. So it's probably unrealistic, but I want to make a single player game, kind of a mobile Zelda-like game, going back to like the Super Nintendo Link to the Past Zelda days, where the graphics, let me pull them up. The graphics look like, I mean, they would look a little bit more updated than this. But my goodness, to me, these still look beautiful. You know, like that top-down view, exploring the world. I love stuff like this, man. This is actually probably not the best picture. There's like no action in this. But anyway, yeah, I want to make a game like this that just, not like a full-on Zelda clone, but it would be a similar style game, but kind of in the same way that Marvel Contest of Champions, they didn't try to copy a control scheme and try to make it seem like you're holding a controller. They have the controls built specifically for mobile. Something, a system that they came up with. As far as I know, they came up with it at least. I don't know. It might have been another game that had similar controls. I don't know. But it'd be the same thing. The way you move, the way you fight, all very different, all very, very much so designed for mobile. That's what I'd want to do. And the monetization would mostly be through ads. And then if you paid like $5 or $10 or something like that, you would remove the ads, and that'd be it. So if I had to nerf something in a game like that, you know, some people would be sad or mad or whatever, sure, but it definitely is different from I paid $1,000 for this character and now it's getting nerfed, you know. If I was playing, if I was working for a Kabam though, I absolutely would want things nerfed. Yeah. As a player of this game, I want things nerfed. Absolutely. I would have to really think on it though. If it's good, if it'd be a good move for the company. It's scary, man. It's scary. Like, I don't know how much money Kabam makes a month. I think there's websites out there you could see that type of stuff, right? But even then, you don't know how much money they're giving to Marvel and, you know, whatever other type of fees there are and stuff like that, right? Let's just throw out a number, $1 million. They're making $1 million every month. After the nerfs, enough people decide, oh, you just took my money and nerfed the character. I'm not spending anymore. Or some people might be so pissed they quit entirely. Things like that. Let's say they suddenly go down to $800,000 a month. Which is still good money. The game's still going to go on. But man, that's a lot of extra money that they're missing out on, you know? They lose 20% of their profits just for changing some characters. Or worse. When 12.0 happened, I'm sure they lost a lot of money. A ton of money. I wouldn't be surprised if they went negative for the following month with people doing refunds and stuff like that, you know? But long term, I think 12.0 paid off. If they didn't make that change during 12.0 to Scarlet Witch. See, I mean, that's always the thing about buffs and nerfs, too. I don't agree with every single buff and nerf that Kabam or any other company does. But Scarlet Witch needed to be nerfed. And if they didn't nerf Scarlet Witch, then I think they would have made less money overall than they have. So who's to say what's right in the long run, but for the game-wise, I do like nerfs, yeah. Bushido Brown sent over pound saying, "Hey, beautiful, walked in on the half-screen goodness." Did you like what you see, Bushido Brown? I guess that's why you're slipping me a pound. Well, thanks, man. Why did they have to make champion acquisition so expensive? I don't know. I don't know. I think it helps make the game what it is. Let's think about it though. Let's think about how expensive it is to get champions. So let's look at the extremes. The opposite extreme of what MCOC is you just get every single character for free. There are games like that, or okay, maybe you pay up front, right? If it's a console game, you pay $40. You get every single character for free. I guess some of these console games now have DLC where you pay for additional characters and stuff like that, but for the most part, yeah, you pay and you get every single character, or you could earn them relatively quickly without spending too. So that's the opposite extreme of MCOC. There's plenty of games out there like that. Why don't we play games like that, though? I can't speak for everybody, but if you just get everything for free, it's not as fun. Of course, we want everything. That's our desire, is to gotta catch them all, right? We want to get as many champions ranked up and all that. But because we're limited, it creates a lot of very interesting opportunities for decision making, and it's exciting when you get a new character. It's exciting when you get a new character ranked up. Everyone has different rosters that you can compare to, and you know, based on who people like and the luck they've had and stuff like that, it's not just, oh, everybody has everything and that's it. That's the game. So yeah, it could be anywhere in between, or even more extreme if they really wanted to. But it changes the game drastically, no matter where it falls on that line of either you just get everything up front or it's crazy hard to get things. I'm sure everybody would want to move that line somewhere. Easier, more difficult, the same. But for whatever reason, this is the balance they went with. I don't know if it was for monetary reasons, or if it was just because they thought this would make a good game. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, it's got to be a little bit of both, at least, right? They got to make a good game to keep people playing it. And of course, they also want to make money. PG, what percentage of your streams would you estimate devolve into Nerf talks? 15% maybe? I don't know, Abdo, but hey, this time I didn't start it, okay? I didn't start it this time. People were asking me about the nerfs, okay? Don't blame me on this one. It's not my fault. There are times where I see something really broken in the game and I'm like, oh, this is stupid. This needs to be nerfed. This is not one of those times. Like Gold Crystal saying 100% gold when there's different proportions of gold you can get. Ah, okay. That is true. I do, yeah, okay. I see your point. Sorry, you probably put that message. You probably put that message in the chat a long time ago. Excuse me. When I first read your comment about not showing the drop rates, you're right though. That's a good call. They should put the gold, the chance, the percentage chance to get each value of gold. That'd be good. BG is Nerf expert. Well, I did have a lot of Nerf guns growing up. I'm a half expert. I can't help it, man. Like I've played a lot of competitive games. I think that's what it comes down to. I've played a lot of competitive games, so balance is something that I just naturally think about a bit more. And even when it's not a competitive game, you just notice these trends that, you know, like sometimes, you know, it's definitely okay for a character to be stronger than another character, especially in a game like this, but depending on how much stronger that character is, it just makes every other character weaker. So I don't really want that, you know. I don't need everything to be straight line across the board. Every character is the same amount of health, attack, utility, all that stuff. But I do feel like there's certain characters that are way below the line and certain characters that are way above the line. And it should be a little bit closer. Anyway. Cheetah Brown sent over another pound. Saying, when you and your siblings fight and you both say the other person started it. That used to happen all the time. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Doesn't matter who started, I'm ending it. The Nerf talk? Well, we could talk about something else. It's interesting. I think this stuff is interesting, but yeah, we could certainly talk about something else. I probably think it's more interesting than most people. Just because, you know, again, I really want to make my own games. I want to make my own games. Like somebody who's into music, maybe. I mean, you know, almost every single person on the planet is into music, listening to music. But then, of course, there's people that like to play music, and they, you know, maybe they can nerd out about like some different time signatures when you're talking to them, and you're just like, what? What are you talking about, man? It just has a catchy beat. That's it. That's what I like. Shut up. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. I imagine that's what some of you guys think when I talk about this stuff. Earthquake just now in LA. Yeah, my elbow wasn't bad. I know there's some people that might be in here still from that area. Hope everything's alright. This guy's a joke talking about balance. I don't know what that means. What part is it was a joke? I don't know. What part don't you like? But you have to admit that Kabam doesn't appear to have a lot of respect for its fan base. I would disagree with that. I mean, I don't know what you mean specifically. That could mean a lot of things. There's certainly things that Kabam does that I don't like, so we might actually be agreeing on those things. But I mean, without their fans, they're nothing, you know. And if you ever talk to these guys at, you know, Comic-Con or something, like, you could tell, man, they're just, I don't know, just a bunch of people really into Marvel for the most part. Anyone else who likes Marvel, they like them type of thing, you know. BG finally got Cavalier yesterday. Nice, man. Should I work on Act 5 100%? Or should I work on variants? I have great champs for variant 2 and 3, but both Act 5 and variants are a grind. Just don't know which to grind. I think it's... Hold on. You're saying... Okay, wait. You have great champs for variant 2 and variant 3. I would probably focus on variant 3, and if you are unable to complete it, like if the resource cost is getting too high, that's fine. Back out. Do Act 5. I think Act 5 is easier than variant 3, but the rewards for variant 3 are better. If you can get those, especially if you can get the right 2015, 2016 rank up gems to allow you to get some good rank ups like Venom or Colossus or something like that, you know. So yeah, I would recommend trying variant 3 because I mean variant 3 is a bit easier than variant 2. You know, unless you just have, and if you have a sick XL team or something like that, maybe not. But for the most part, variant 3 is easier. So try that, and then if you can't do it, hit up Act 5. Do that. And music can also make my own beats. Nice, nice. Did post a counter. Balance is good. Nothing bad in that. But saying nerfs are good is beyond my understanding when the company is charging money and time in certain cases. Well, like I said before, I don't know what the right move is. It might piss enough people off that maybe it's not a good move. But it's, like I said before, it's the fastest way to buff characters too. Nerf one champion. I mean, hypothetical situation. Let's say, you know, there's 160 characters in this game, something like that, right? If there's one character that's just way above everyone else, 159 that are all over the place, relative to the one character that's crazy overpowered, every other champion will look weak. The game has to be balanced around that champion too. Otherwise, everyone who has that champion just walks through the game, easy peasy, they get bored. So the game has to be balanced for that character. And if you don't have that character, you're screwed. So damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. If you then nerf that one character, bring them, even if they were still stronger than the other characters, but reasonably so, or something, then every other character actually gets buffed as a result. Because now the content is no longer balanced around the top of the list. It's balanced in a more reasonable area. The other characters are more relevant. Like, sometimes it just has to be done. Like I said too, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to agree with all of Kabam's buffs or I'm sorry, the buffs I'll probably agree with. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to agree with all of the champions that Kabam nerfs, but as a matter of fact, honestly, the fact that certain characters did not make their nerf list, I already disagree. But that's another story. But sometimes it's for the good of the game. The only thing that makes it different in this game is that each character is so damn expensive. Part 1, every other competitive collecting game I've played at the least incorporates a pity timer. I've heard of some poor souls just pulling meme tier champions after meme tier champion. There's also a rumor they bought some IP for determining the value of mystery boxes based on players' spending habits. That seems kind of scummy to me. I remember them talking about that in the past, actually. They mentioned that, I think they said they patented it or something like that, but never used it or something. Hard to say about that. Pity timers, though, it's usually not the quality. So for like a card game like Hearthstone, there's a pity timer where you open up a certain number of packs. It's been too long since I played that game. I don't remember the numbers. 20 or something like that. Every 20 packs, you have to get at least one legendary, And you can get legendaries between then. It's just the chance of getting a legendary card goes up and up and up the more that you miss, until it eventually hits 100%. But the quality of that card could still be a meme tier legendary. Same thing with other games that have different rarity systems like that I'm aware of, at least. I'm sure some maybe have different systems. That info's kind of hidden for most games. And I don't know if there's any pity system in this game. I always assumed that there was, but I don't know. I feel like I've gone on some pretty long streaks of opening up premium hero crystals where I didn't get a 4-star. Longer than I would think. Back when it was a 2% chance to get a 4-star, you know, can open up like over 100 of those things without getting a single 4-star, which is a lot, you know. I would expect the pity timer to be somewhere around maybe like 80 to 100 or something, you know. A 1 in 50 chance, but if you near double that or double that, then it would be guaranteed type of thing. But I don't think there's I actually don't think there's a pity timer in this game. I don't know. Maybe issuing character specific rank down gems could lessen the backlash with champ rebalancing. That way people can decide use them or not. I think they're doing that. I'm almost positive they're doing that. They said they would in the past, for future nerfs at least. Plus, it's what's it called? I mean, they had. If we go back to the Abyss post, they had the 6-star Sig Upstone crystals, which I kind of joked about when they first announced this, but that probably means they've also created and have the technology now for Sig Down things. So maybe that's why they had to put the clarification of Sig Up. No matter what they do, it's never going to be perfect. For the exact reason that Art of Chaos brought up earlier, that he spent money for an offer. It doesn't matter if they gave him back all of the units or all of the resources or whatever. You're not getting the money back. So for something like this, you might get your Awakening Gem back, your 6 stones back, that you could use on other characters, and that's better than nothing. But at the end of the day, it's never going to be perfect. Even if they gave money back, not getting time back, it's literally impossible. So I just bought a Cav crystal, hoping to dupe a 4-star so I can open a 5-star crystal. Just pulled a new Darkhawk. Wasn't ready for this outcome. Doc McShoddy, nice, dude. Assuming 5-star. That's awesome. There are a lot of people that grew up loving the characters that are now outdated in the game. Why not make them better? I agree. Consider your argument all 2015 champs should have been nerfed/buffed. I think they are. It's just taking them a long time, probably. I really wish I had a better understanding of like the internals at Kabam. You know, there's only so much info I can gather from talking to them at Comic-Con. It seems like, oh crap, I didn't mean to push into Special 3. Whatever, it's not going to kill me. It seems like the champion buffs, I think, work like this. They don't have people hired just to buff champions. Or maybe they're transitioning people to do that. I don't know. But at least at the time when they made like the previous buffs like She-Hulk, Spider-Gwen, you know, it seemed like they just took people like the regular character designers, right? They would be working on characters, and then whenever they had free time, like if they, you know, any extra time they had, they would go back and start working on buffing characters. But with pushing out 2 characters every month, it's probably not a ton of free time. So I think that's why the buff process takes a bit longer. I still like the idea of buffing characters in other ways. It would take just as long, if not longer. But like the idea that I had to for like the talent system that I ripped from Dota, type of thing. To me, that's how I want to see characters buffed. It feels more in control of the players. Like, I'm happy that certain characters get buffed, but it is a little bit weird that one day you log out and your character sucks, and the next day you log in and the character's a god. Like, Colossus went from the most garbage piece of trash champion ever to... he's amazing. He's incredible. And I want that to happen more, but I also kind of want to be in control of it. That's the reason why I like to play these games. You start out with nothing and you work your way up, you build your way up, make your character stronger any way you can. Did you ever say what kind of opportunity guy was good enough to leave for Loki? No, man, it's not something I could talk about for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but we're talking like not in terms of days or weeks, like months, you know. Brian, am I an endgame player? I don't know where you're at. The owner, I don't remember where you're at in the game. I would say if you're Cavalier, then yes. If you're not Cavalier quite yet, if maybe you're uncollected, then you're almost there. If you're not uncollected, then I would say no. But I can't remember where you're at. I want to say I think you're Cavalier, but I don't remember. Of course I am. Just kidding. Okay. Ziski, sending over $1. Ziski, where are you at? To say avocado, by the way, bit of salt and pepper. Your fave superfood, dark leafy greens, salmon, flaxseed, bee pollen. Wow, didn't expect to see that one there. Berries, cauliflower, other. I don't know what's considered a superfood or not. I think that's just like a made-up marketing term, right? Wait, you know what though? Well, you said berries, right? I think I've heard people use that term for blueberries before, and I just got some blueberries that are pretty tasty. So that's the first one that immediately comes to mind. Is pizza superfood? I don't know anybody. Terrible joke. I don't know anybody that considers pizza superfood, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's considered or not. Blueberries count in my book? Alright, I'm gonna go with blueberries then. I'll go with blueberries. Bananas are both a superfood and a berry. Just saying. It's true. KT started the pod with endgame player video. Now everyone is asking, are they an endgame player? People are so gullible, it's sad. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, yeah. For me, it's if you're Cavalier, you're endgame the way I would see it. Before we had more levels in Act 6. Like when 6.1 first came out, I would have said if you were uncollected. I mean, basically whatever like the newest title is, with a little bit of leeway, you know. I don't know what everyone else's classifications are, but yeah. BG, do you like the newish ability to parry when the defender hits into your block? It's actually not new. Are you talking about like the re-parry? That Lag calls it? Did I say Lag calls it? Lags calls it? Which is pretty good. It's a pretty catchy saying or term for it, I would say. But yeah, it's not new. It's I mean, at least the first time that I saw people doing it was when Iron Man Infinity War came out, but I imagine it was also a thing before that, and I just wasn't aware. Personally, I'm going to catch some heat for this one, but personally, I don't think that it should exist that way. For a couple of reasons. And no, don't worry, I'm not trying to get this changed. You're never going to hear me make a video about this. Like, please, Kabam, change this. But anyway, real quick, I'll say it at the end of a live stream that they're definitely not going to be watching at midnight. To me, it doesn't feel right. It feels like the okay, actually, in a way that it benefits the players or hurts the players, as it stands right now, the enemy can throw a special when you're attacking into their block. I don't like that. I like being able to attack into the opponent's block and be safe from them being able to throw a special. And I feel like there's this small window of opportunity that characters have where they're able to do that, and I think that's the same reason that we're able to parry. On like on not just the first hit. So I think it actually hurts players having that ability when you consider like what the AI can do with it as well. BG starts off for a couple of reasons, and 1 million reasons later, yeah. Kind of. Okay, 2 other reasons, and then I'm done. 2 other reasons. Let's go spin out some crystals so I can actually focus on what I'm saying. The other reason is there's only so many abilities you can have in this game. It's a simple game. It's a relatively simple game. Characters like Proxima have special abilities when it comes to parries. Where they're able to parry any basic attack and stuff like that. And it's still nice. It's still nice when you're able to parry those projectiles instead of blocking the first hit, parrying a second one or something. But still, I feel like it takes away from what you're able to do with maybe you can have abilities like this stand out a little bit more, make the character a bit more relevant, or design a character that they are able to parry on like different hits like that, right? Anything you can make special for a character, I think is good. Within reason. There has to be a certain amount of like, basics across the board for every character. But that's another reason, I would say. Which is actually kind of similar to the whole heavy attack mid combo thing, right? It's a special ability for Wasp, a special ability for Doom, but other characters were able to do it when it really wasn't meant to be like a special ability for them. And then the last reason is I like the attacks are so fast. It just doesn't. It feels weird. I don't know. To me, it feels weird. To me, it just doesn't feel right. There's no other way I can explain it. Where if the opponent's attacking me, I already mistimed the first parry. How am I able to very quickly just lift my thumb, put it back on the screen, and suddenly parry? Maybe that's just a personal thing. Maybe just you guys, that is completely feels good, feels right. Like I said, I'm not asking Kabam to make a change. It's not that big of a deal either way. Yeah. Black Seraphim sent it over too, saying, BG, I'm an endgame jacker. I think you're talking about like online email jacking. Is that... There's no way I could say that to make it sound good. Oh my god. Damn you, Black Seraphim. Thank you for the 2. Anyway. Yeah, the whole the whole reparry thing for me, it doesn't matter. It's a very small thing. I don't care one way or another. It stays the same, changes, doesn't matter. Mr. BG, how do you get around Mighty Charge Emma Frost? I'd basically just bait out heavy attacks, and then you always use your special. If you always use your special, that'll keep Emma out of diamond form for the most part. And then either fully evade her special 1 to get your openings that way when she, whenever possible. Or you could block the first part and then just evade the second part of the special 1. That might be easier for you. Her special, when you're blocking it, the first part doesn't hit very hard, so a lot of people like to just block it. And that's it. Is there... I'm guessing there's a Mighty Charge Emma Frost in Uncollected? I haven't done Uncollected yet. But you're the second person asking about Mighty Charge. Beats by Diamond. Sent over 5 of them Canadian bucks. Thanks, man, for the 2 toonies and the loony. Saying, hey BG, been watching the stream for 2 months, so I thought it was only right to support. Who's your favorite female Marvel character altogether? First off, man, thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate it. Favorite female Marvel character altogether? I think it's Storm. In this game, Storm sucks. Storm is the #1 character I want to see buffed, by the way. There are characters that are worse than Storm, but I feel like there's so much missed opportunity with Storm. So much you could do with her abilities, controlling the weather, like, oh man. I don't know, I feel like they could really do a lot with the character. As for why she's... like my favorite female character, though, probably just a familiarity. Oh, jeez, butchered that word. Let's just say familiar instead of going with the full thing. But yeah, I'm just familiar with Storm. I wasn't really that into Marvel growing up or anything. Still, technically not. I've learned a lot more about Marvel through playing this game. But I play this game because I like this game, not because of not because it's Marvel. But I did play a lot of other, or a few other at least, Marvel games growing up. The X-Men arcade game, actually they were all X-Men games for the most part. The X-Men arcade game and the console games on like Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Actually, Storm wasn't even in the arcade game, was she? Hold on. X-Men, let's look this up. X-Men arcade game. Let me see the playable characters. Oh no, she was in it. The player chooses one of 6 X-Men: Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine, Storm, Nightcrawler, or Dazzler. Okay. I actually always used Colossus or Nightcrawler back then. Whenever I played that game.
Colossus had like the big, just the kind of explosion around him, and Nightcrawler just like zigzagged across the screen. And I always liked those abilities. But yeah, I don't know, and there's something cool. Like I just always appreciated her abilities. Again, not in this game. In this game, kind of lame. But her abilities, like, they're super powerful, but not like she's not Superman. You know, that like Superman just has all the abilities. And she's not like her abilities aren't lame. Like, oh, I'm just strong. Like, I don't know. There's just something cool about like being able to control the weather and stuff. Which, I mean, the weather's strong as hell. Could end the world, you know. Anyway, she's cool. Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, I did play Marvel vs. Capcom. I played the second Marvel vs. Capcom the most by far. Played it on Dreamcast, unlocked everything. Played it in the arcades too, of course, but Storm needs Cold Snap, Wind, Water, and Shock Buff power. She needs something, man. I don't know. I really hope she gets a buff. If I've never cared enough to really like push for a character getting buffed in this game, but if Storm ever makes it to a buff list, I'm going full out campaign mode. I will buy Storm stickers and send them to everyone that votes for Storm. Actually, don't hold me to that. That would get very expensive. Sad part is she probably wouldn't win. If you look at all the mutants in the game, the mutant class is stacked, man. These first three that I have ranked up, I don't have Domino ranked up, but a lot of people have Domino ranked up because she's amazing. A lot of people have Archangels and Iceman ranked up and stuff. There's a bunch of duds here too, to be fair. Actually, Beast was always a favorite of the X-Men too for me, even though it's not a female. You asked about female, but when both Beast and Gambit, when these characters came out, I was pretty disappointed. Beast actually wasn't that bad, but Gambit. I didn't have too many, but I had a few figurines growing up of certain X-Men. They were like, I don't know, 3 inches tall or something. It was Wolverine, Nightcrawler, and Gambit. Those were the 3 that I had. Storm used to be a decent champ. That's true. I mean, people did use her to get through Labyrinth of Legends. But that was because Labyrinth of Legends was stupid. Like when they added the dulled node to counter Scarlet Witch and stuff, there just weren't too many options. Hey, come on, Gambit is good for that one path in Variant 1. He's good for more than that, but not much more. Those are the 2 I used as well. Colossus was fun. Played hours of that game. That game is awesome, dude. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like if you guys ever watch like a speed run of these beat 'em up games, like the X-Men arcade game or the Ninja Turtles arcade game or something like that, they make them look so easy. And I just think to myself, like, how did I ever suck at this game as a kid? Like, I'm just feeding quarter after quarter into the machine until my parents don't want to give me any more quarters. Which is probably only like $2 of quarters. Oh, geez, voice crack. Probably only like $2 of quarters, but at the time, man, it felt like a lot. All right, and I just sucked at them, man. I don't know. And of course, like, you know, you'd always get to like the second or third level, and then you run out of money, so you never, well, for me at least, I would never actually beat the game. I would always get like halfway through or something, you know. I guess just being young, you know, not being able to see all the patterns of like, oh, this guy's always gonna attack this same way, and I could just do this type of attack, and I'll always be good, always be safe. A lot of my quarters went to the first bloody roar. The first bloody roar. What is that? Is that the name of it? First. Bloody roar. Hold on. Hold on. I've never heard of this game before, but I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, I've never heard of this before. But here's kind of how it looks, at least. Well, this one's for GameCube. I don't know if this is the first one. Primal Fury. Might be a follow-up. Has that old PlayStation graphics. Actually, this is probably better than PlayStation 1 graphics, right? So this probably is GameCube or arcade. There was a game I played. Hang on. I need to hide this real quick. There was a fighting game that I really liked a lot. Very unique. I've talked about it a few times on stream before. Damn. I can't think of the name. Hold on. 90s arcade fighting games. Wasn't Street Fighter, wasn't Tekken, wasn't Mortal Kombat, wasn't Soul Calibur, wasn't Virtua Fighter. None on this list. Streets of Rage, no. Damn, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Basically, it reminded me of Mega Man. Oh wait, here's a gigantic list. Might be able to find it. I want to say it began with an S. It reminded me of Mega Man because when you beat the opponent, you would get like part of their body, and become stronger, and you could like chop off limbs and stuff, or you could instantly KO the opponent by decapitating them. It was pretty hardcore, man. I can't find it. Maybe it didn't begin with an S. Maybe it was an S. Or I'm sorry, with a T? Time Killers? Was it Time Killers? Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh, wait, somebody said Rancid. That was the name of a character in this game. Were you just saying Rancid just because, or was it actually because of this game? Anyway, here's how it looked. It looked pretty crappy, to be fair. It was nowhere near as smooth as, you know, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, anything like that. So the game overall wasn't that good, but here's Rancid. You can see this guy's got a chainsaw, and yeah, he's cutting this dude up. Wait, I think this is the game at least. Maybe this isn't the. I mean, there's one thing that's missing on this list, or in these pictures. So when you beat the opponent, yeah, maybe this isn't the game. Because when you beat the opponent, you would have like an icon below your life bar here, and you would just keep like filling up more and more icons as you beat them. I don't know. I don't know if this is it. Like I said, it wasn't that good of a game. It's nothing that people would want to go back to and play. But PG condoning violence. I feel bad for the kids that look up to him. Oh man, and look at his cartoon violence. Give me a break. All great arcade games looked kind of crappy. A lot of them did, I guess. Early on, there were some that looked really good. Well, I mean, it all depends. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? I see Abdo mentioned Golden Axe. I like Golden Axe. I like Golden Axe a lot. I don't think it looked bad necessarily. It wasn't stunning. But, you know, it's good enough. This is all I need. Eat your broccoli, kids. Exactly. Can you please get a second camera when you go big head mode? You need a different angle, and to hit your marks better, you're off center. Oh my god. Really, Abdo? Here, is this better? Am I more center now? I got it fixed, alright? Alright, anyway. It's time to end the stream. It's fun talking about these old games. I'm gonna have to look up a video later to see if Time Killers was the game I was thinking of. No, now you're too centered. Yeah. Not big enough head now. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. But still a different camera that faces you when you're looking at a different part of your monitors. Abdo. This is what it is, man. I can't. This camera cost me like, I mean, yeah, I could get a, I still have my webcam that was relatively inexpensive, but you realize this camera that is on me right now was like, I don't know, $4,000 or something. There's 0% chance of me getting another angle. I believe in you. You can continue to grow and improve your account. My account or the stream? What about Sunset Riders? Sunset Riders is amazing. One of the best games of all time. Bury me with my money. Okay, anyway. Your YouTube account? Okay. You can just get multiple camera views of BG, like a setup on him with cameras pointing at him. I mean, so there was a point, before I go, there was a point where I was going to have a second camera. It wasn't going to be on me, like my face necessarily. It was going to be on the game. It wasn't going to be live all the time. But I would be able to switch to it so that, you know, sometimes it's easier to see with finger movements and stuff like that, right? So I had that idea a long time ago. And of course, I'm not the first person to have that idea. People have done that for a long time in other games, actually. Especially like the competitive, like speed runners. They're probably the first ones I saw do it. And then some people for, I guess, more competitive games in general. Some people like to see the players like keyboards and mouse and stuff in first person shooters or other games. Whatever though. Anyway, it's time to leave. It's time to call it a night. It's late. It's 12:30, damn it. So yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. There's a bunch of people up there for tonight's biggest D. Tied B. Daniels, Stony Mastery, which I have no clue who Stony Mastery was, but thank you very much. Oh no, wait a minute. Beats by Diamond. I am so sorry. We're wiping out this entire wall. This Beats by Diamond sent over $5. I take back any credit I was once giving those other people. It's all gone. No, thank you to those other people, of course. But tonight's true biggest D is Beats by Diamond. So thank you very much. Good night, BG. It's 3:30 for me. Have a good night, man. Thank you again. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow, normal time. Good night, everybody.